Hello guys and welcome to another video with Spartan086, and today we're doing Forces of Valor's M109, whoa, 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 the big S.P.G. So, we back to the vehicle. It was manufactured by United Defence, which is now owned by BA Land Systems. The weight of it was 27.5 tonnes, and the calibre of the gun was 155, and it was an L139. Rate of fire for the vehicle was maximum 4 rounds per minute and a 3 round minimum a minute. The range was 13 miles, but that could be extended to 19 miles with rocket assisted projectiles. So this bad boy is derived from, fun enough, the M108, which served in Vietnam. As things started to change and obviously as technology became better, obviously this was upgraded to become the M109. Now, it served in Vietnam, the Cambodian Civil War, the Yom Kippur War, an Iraq War, the Persian Gulf War, the Iraq War of 03, and as recently as 2014's Israel-Gaza War, but it's still in service at the moment in Yemen, Saudi Arabia, Syria, pretty much anywhere in the Middle East at the moment. These bad boys are hitting away. They're also being used by the US military against targets in Iraq like ISIS. So the vehicle itself has a very fun history. Served in numerous nations throughout Europe, even served with the British Army's Royal Regiment of Artillery, until replaced by the magnificent and beastly AS-90. More about the actual model in the vehicle now. As you can see, it's a desertized version. Obviously it's got a sand coloured pattern to it. Just sand coloured. It was based on Desert Storm of 91. You can obviously see the Allied marking here to point out to friendlies, which, funny enough, never seemed to matter to certain types of people in the air. Anything on the ground was a target. Overall, vehicle very good. Model looks brilliant. I'd say the only problem would be there's no real weathering done on the road wheels down here, but the tracks actually have a bit of weathering done. Tracks are movable. It does have a type, not really a good suspension system on this, which isn't that bad. You can see that the M109 had ploughs for digging in, so obviously as it fired away, boom, ploughs dug in, and it didn't go too far back, so obviously it was trying to avoid losing its position as much or getting dug in as much. Back door on this doesn't open, sadly, which is a bit of a shame. I'd like to see the inside. Top hatch does though, so you can get a wee see in and say, oh my god, it's very little space, but it just happened to be the nature of the beast. So obviously with the gun, it's a 155, similar to pretty much almost every type of NATO round used in their artillery section. So the way it would work is breech would be opened, shell would be inserted in if you wish. It would then, there was supposed to be a mechanism that moved it up. Sometimes this mechanism broke down, which tended to happen a lot. You would do a push, basically, if you want to get in layman's terms, big stick, and you would ram the shell up further. You would then put in your charge. Depending on the range, your charges were set to help. So for most units, for us in the British Army, it was a charge 6 was what we would take in normal circumstances to get the furthest range. There was what was classed as a charge super. I know the Americans use it as well, but I don't know if they do the same number variants that we did. So once the charges were put in place, breech would be closed, primer would be set, and the gun would fire. Boom. Breech would be opened, and then you would start again. Obviously, if you're doing rapid fire, that's how you would do it, but you need to let the barrel cool. Otherwise, it's just going to cook around off in there after so long. This variant, very good. Obviously, this is a 91 version, so it's not up to date with like the new Paladin system. Obviously, the BA systems are put in something now for the Americans. It's this entirely up armoured, which I think is crazy. Artillery's, I don't know the need for it to be up armoured. It's not going to be driving about the streets of a town and getting into those kind of predicaments. Gun lines are usually out in the middle of nowhere, and we did have troops in protection, so if we did come under fire we would have that, plus we can bring our guns to bear. Secondary armament on these is a 50 cal, so it's 12.7mm, so you can put down a lot. So overall, Forces of Valor did very well in this. It's a good model to get. You still find them floating about. Usually going for about £45, £50 here. I don't know about America or anywhere else in the world. I wouldn't say that particularly expensive. Obviously, if it's going to be in the box and pristine, then yeah, you're probably going to be paying a wee bit more. But overall, they weren't really loved by a lot of people within the Forces of Valor kind of collection realm. They were kind of just wee pieces to hide off and collect dust. Kind of holds a special place because I was a former gunner, so I always like this. It's quite similar in appearance to the S90. So does hold a wee special place. Trying to think, I did try to read somebody asking if Waterstones were going to do new versions of artillery for Forces of Valor. Still never heard anything back, so fingers crossed about that. We'd like to see things like the German Pinsgauer, PZ 2000, obviously the British AS90. I'd like to see a newer version of this bad boy coming in. I'd like to see the old M110s as well, and which was the 203mm, and the M175s, which is the 175 version, which is what the British used as well. I'd like to see a couple of them come in. Apart from that, there's nothing else more to say about the vehicle. Overall, it's good. It's very good. Good paint scheme. A wee bit of dust and rustic to it. So it's a good wee one for the collectors. Obviously, you can see at the end of the barrel, the muzzle's got a good bit of colouring to it as well. So it does bode well for collectors, I would say. And if you could pick one up, I would. So I hope you're all well, taking care out there. Obviously, like I said before in previous videos, lockdown restrictions have been put back in place here, so yay. So wherever you are, please take care and look out for one another. So till the next time, take care now. Bye bye.